Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F-words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/zip to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
Shopify is a global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business and sell more with less effort thanks to the Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/redcircle, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/redcircle now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/redcircle.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Welcome to Uncluttered and Unfiltered, the podcast urging you to let it go and don't look back, with nationally acclaimed professional organizer Christine Stone and self-proclaimed hot damn mess radio and TV personality Eden Kendall.
Welcome, everybody, to Uncluttered and Unfiltered with Eden and Christine. And we have, of course, an organizing tip for you coming up at the end of this episode, like always, from now on moving forward. Christine, who is a professional organizer and is recognized through the entire galaxy. Galaxy intergalactically, back through history and into the future. She is the professional organizer that everyone talks about. But anyway, we're going to have that tip coming up. But today we're so excited because we had the opportunity to chat with someone that I feel like is required viewing for everyone in our age group. And that is comedian Leanne Morgan.
She is hilarious.
She is so funny, and she's far from an overnight sensation. She's been at the stand-up comedy thing for like 20 plus years. However, even then she started a little later. I've heard her say that in other interviews. We had a limited window to talk to her. The thing is that she has a brand new sitcom on Netflix that actually launches. We're recording this on a Tuesday. This episode's getting released on a Thursday, and today on Netflix is the day that her brand new sitcom called Leanne is being released. Let's listen to a little clip from that.
After 33 years of complete and utter devotion, you find out he's run off with a younger woman.
How do you know she's younger?
She has to be, otherwise I'm driving off a bridge.
Any idea how long this has been going on?
I'm no Sherlock Holmes, but I'd say right around the time Amazon delivered that nose hair trimmer.
So what do you want to do? You want to break some dishes, set his clothes on fire, get drunk on Kahlua and wander around the Walmart in your nightgown?
That was you.
All I'm saying is I've been where you are more than once.
Twice.
Okay. But when it does come, when the breakdown of all breakdowns hits, I'll be there.
Oh, you will.
As you've been there for me.
I have.
But now it's your turn.
So they are so cute together. And that clip is courtesy of Netflix. Thank you very much. And Kristen Johnson is the other actress. You remember her from Third Rock?
Oh, yeah.
And she's been in plenty of things since then. But they are sisters in this show. Leanne Morgan, her husband, after so many years of marriage, leaves her for another woman.
I didn't know
and now
that.
she's got to get back out into the world. She's got her 3 kids. And so anyway, fortunately, Netflix reached out. You know, a lot of you guys had been for years now saying, you all have to talk to Leanne Morgan. Boy, she talks about everything we talk about. And so when we had the opportunity to sit down and talk to her, the very first thing I said to her was that literally every episode title, if you go through our library, are things that she covered in her I'm Every Woman Netflix special, which we're going to talk about. So take a listen to that interview. If you look at the index of all of our hundreds of episodes, you hit on every single topic between all of your different comedy projects. So thank you.
Oh, you angel. Thank you, Aiden, my darling.
Do you feel more than ever that people are telling you, like, you are not just funny, but you are validating? Does that sound strange?
No, well, yeah, but I get it all the time. And I do think with this sitcom shows that what I have been talking about on stage and in Netflix specials about, you know, being a mom and a grandmama and going through menopause and, you know, what am I going to do now that I've got my children raised? And yeah, we brought that into this sitcom. It's about starting over, going through something bad, but now what are you going to do now that you've gotten your children raised? And you know, what's important to you in life and what you're able to accomplish. And I hope people love it as much as we did making it.
I think it's going to have just such a huge following, like right from the get-go. And obviously those of us that are big fans of yours know that the one piece of this that's very different than your life is that, you know, your husband has not forsaken you and made you take to the bed. But on what parts of the sitcom, though, do reflect your life?
Okay, Eden. Yes, you're right. Chuck Morgan has not left me. Thank the Lord. Okay. But I do take care of my elderly mom and daddy, you know, in real life. And this has my elderly parents in it that are helping me through this bad time. My sister, I have a sister, but Kristen Johnson plays my sister in this, and she's my ride or die. You know, sisters take care of each other and fight like dogs. And then I've got my children that help me through it. It's not based on my real life, but it does have some, you know, of my stand-up in it, my sensibilities, and I am Southern, you know, so they really captured that part of it.
So there's some Jell-O salad to be eaten.
There is some Jell-O salad in there, Eden. You doll. Thank you for knowing that. I have eaten a lot of Jell-O salad.
I want to ask you this, though. Were you surprised? A few months back, we all found out that you were going to be a part of that Oprah special she did on menopause. Were you surprised to be brought into that?
No, Eden. Honey, I mean, for Oprah to ask me to do it, yes, I could. That was a pinch me moment. But I used to have a podcast talking about menopause with my nurse practitioner, and I've always been interested in that because I had a horrible perimenopause, and I've have always been interested in, you know, hormone replacement and taking care of my health. And then I'm the only person I think that's talked about menopause in a Netflix special, and that's how she found me. So it made sense, you know, that I would be on it because they need a little comedic,
yes,
you know, flair in there.
I agree. One last question for you. Is there going to be a watch party on Thursday?
Honey, I'm going to be out working like a mule. I've got shows that day, but I hear that a lot of darling people are having watch show, you know, at their house and parties, and I'm so excited about that. But yeah, I'll be wringing my hands backstage in a theater somewhere, hoping that people love it, because this means so much to me, and I had such a ball making it. So I hope people love it, Eden.
Well, every box is checked, from Chuck Lorre being involved to all of it. So it premieres on Netflix Thursday, July 31st. Leanne Morgan, thank you so much.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you, Eden.
She is the sweetest. Love her so much. So a couple of things of note about that. All right. So first of all, I feel like we all need to be watching this sitcom. If you have Netflix, watch it to support her just because she's out there doing it. And look, she's going to be on the road working so hard. And you brought up something, Chris, before we started recording today. And you said, do you wonder if she thinks if only this would have hit a little bit more when I was a few years younger than this even? She's 59. So, I mean, all of this is happening right now. She's realizing her dreams and working harder than ever. And, you know,
we did that episode on the If Only
I were younger.
Yeah. And so I do wonder that, because the stamina to go on the road.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know how she does it. So, but she does it and she's great. I laughed so hard at her special on Netflix. Oh my God.
And the special is very aptly named I'm Every Woman, and she is. She's every woman. So we're going to suggest that you also watch this special. It was recorded in 2023. She talks a lot about post-pandemic.
Right.
She talks a lot about perimenopause, which, by the way, I don't know if you've seen this, right, where people are referring to perimenopause as cougar puberty. Not Leanne Morgan, but I've seen that in other places.
Yeah, I heard that. It's crazy.
So, all right, let's talk about that special, because the Netflix stand-up comedy special, not the sitcom, which we haven't obviously seen yet. The things she covers, if you were to take, like I said, the library of every single episode and go through it, there's a joke for everything.
Right.
For everything. What are some of them? And we're not going to sit here and try to repeat her jokes and her humor or her voice by any means. But what were some of the things she hit on that you were like, oh my gosh, this woman gets me?
Her husband.
Chuck Morgan.
Oh my God. He sounds like my husband's twin.
To be honest, I used to feel a little confused about women's health, especially when it came to hormones. We would all hear about how important they are, but I never really fully got it till I got it. And then I learned for women, keeping hormones in a normal range is key for everything: energy, mood, even weight management. And that's when we heard about Hormone Harmony from Happy Mammoth. It's a plant-based formula created by a leading German nutrition scientist, and it combines 12 carefully chosen adaptogens. We love that it's free from GMOs and artificial fillers, just science-backed ingredients in every capsule. We love what you guys are saying, that since using Hormone Harmony, you feel more like yourself. Happy Mammoth has helped over 2.4 million women worldwide. The reviews are incredible. Over 50,000 women are talking about improved mood, better sleep, and feeling balanced again. If you want to try it, this is the perfect time. Get 15% off your first order of Hormone Harmony at happymammoth.com with the code UUPodcast. Uncluttered and Unfiltered is supported by Hearts for Minds. Mental health doesn't have to be a silent struggle. Hearts for Minds is changing the conversation, breaking stigma, and building bridges to better mental health care. Through QPR training and awareness programs, Hearts for Minds is equipping communities with the tools to recognize warning signs and connect people to life-saving support. Whether you're facing a crisis or just need someone who understands, Hearts for Minds is your helping hand. Hearts for F-O-U-R, minds.com. That's heartsforminds.com, and join the movement. Together, we can save lives.
I mean, I've been married 37 years. So when she said, when he first met me, he was so enthralled by me, pursued me, vacuumed out my car, and now he wouldn't pull me out of a burning vehicle. I swear.
It's so true.
I feel that way.
There's a part where she talks about, and trust me, there's so much in this that we're not ruining this for you if we tell you a few things. There's a part where she's just standing in her kitchen, and he comes over and puts just one hand on her right boob, and goes, "What's for lunch?"
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, don't watch that with your husband unless you want him to do that to you every time he wants to know what's for lunch.
I just thought everything she talked about her parents,
her little daddy.
Yeah. I mean, just everything was dead on with people our age.
I mean, just talking about too, I mean, and some of it goes a little deeper, like how for women, intimacy is talking.
Right.
And for men, intimacy is sex.
Right.
And just, you know, really getting into it, really covering a lot of subjects and talking about her grandson, saying that she would cover up a murder for him.
Right.
I mean, loving your grandson so much.
Yeah. Well, the funniest part to me, because I have a grandchild, is, you know, when she was saying, well, when they were pregnant, it was I'd say our baby, and they'd say, now we're going to have to set some boundaries here. It's not your baby, it's our baby. And she said, oh, those poor things, they don't know what's ahead. And as a mom, you always think that, like, God, I almost feel sorry for them because they just don't get what is coming. And then she said, and then the baby was born and they could barely, he wasn't sleeping and they could barely get through the day. They were so exhausted and they were practically throwing the baby in the front lawn for us to take. And she said, and I knew that was going to happen.
Those boundaries go right out the window
those
then.
Boundaries go right out the window when you have absolutely no sleep.
And then there was another part that was so reflective of our conversation when you got back from your European vacation, because she was talking about going on vacations and how Chuck wanted to do these dangerous excursions. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Mitch and Chris. He wanted to go to the top of the volcano. And you're like, if this volcano explodes, and she's talking about going in one of those little biplanes.
No.
And it's just not for her.
I don't do small planes at all. No way.
No chance.
No.
I mean, she's just absolutely delicious.
I mean, when she said if she made out in the car, she'd get a new purse out of that. I mean, because she's talking about her youth, and she's like, can you imagine if I came home and said to my husband, like, let's go make out in the car? I think she said my husband would have a heart attack. I know my husband would have a heart attack.
Yeah, she goes, he'd have a heart attack. Oh, he'd do it.
Right.
But he'd have a heart attack first.
Right.
Or if she asked him for a hickey.
Right.
She goes, why would I ever want someone to just suck on my neck?
Right.
Till it leaves a mark.
Yeah.
But back in the day, we were just like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, it really made you think, like, what stage of life you're in.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
And
like
how accomplished her kids are compared to how she was when she was in college.
Right.
She's like, when I was in college, there's no way I was doing
She's like, I was smoking cigarettes behind a dumpster,
And they're like, making these great agricultural gains and doing all these really important things in college.
Right. It cracked me up. I mean, the whole thing.
Yeah. So that's, if we had a book club, we wouldn't have a book club. We'd have a stand-up comedy club.
Right.
So much like we said, watch to go read Mel Robbins' Let Them.
Yeah.
We're saying, please watch Leanne Morgan's I'm Every Woman's Special. Or just go down the rabbit hole on TikTok and Instagram and just watch all of your little clips. I promise you won't be disappointed if you've yet to discover this lovely woman. And we're all going to watch. I have such high hopes for this sitcom.
I think it's going to do great.
I
really
really want it to. It's very reminiscent of the old sitcoms, with the cameras, the angles. It's very Roseanne-ish looking. But of course, with her at the center of it, it's just so sweet. And there's some recognizable people and a lot of actors whose names I can't tell you, but I definitely recognize from other shows that they've been on.
I think it's going to do well because there just isn't anything out. There was Frankie and Grace.
Yep.
But other than that, I can't think of any show that has been about women over 50 only. Like, where they're talking about dating later in life or having grandkids or menopause. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And just starting again and trying to date again.
Right.
And she does address that. She said, if I had to start over, if I had to be single now, I don't know if I could do it.
Well, she said it would take $1,000 just to groom herself.
Yes.
Which is true, by the way.
Yeah, it'd be $1,000 just to get all this ready.
Right.
So yeah, we're really excited for her. I mean, obviously we're saying it like she's a girlfriend of ours,
Right.
and
I
does she
want her
need
as a girlfriend, don't you?
Oh my
I
gosh!
would
Well,
love
she
it.
said she was like the funniest lady at choir practice. Is kind of how she got her start. She was just your friend that's funny, but if they had the wherewithal to go into stand-up comedy, which is a grueling line of work.
Grueling.
So she has really taken off, and we couldn't be happier about it. And thank you to all of you guys that had reached out to us and said, please try to get Leanne Morgan on your show. She was delightful, as you heard. So we are going to make sure that there's an organizing tip at the end of every episode, which brings us to today's. So what do you have for us?
Well, today we're going to talk about all those Yetis.
The Yetis.
They may come under other
Stanley
names.
Cups.
Stanley Cups. I mean, there's
a whole other one now that they all have.
Walala or
Yes,
Walla or
all of
whatever.
those.
I can't tell you in my job how many of those I see that are warped or ruined or missing lids or have been through the dishwasher 1,000 times. And I am saying here and now, please go through these. It takes just a few minutes, and only keep the ones that you really use, you really love, and let the rest go. That includes the one you got free at something. You showed up and they gave you a free imposter Yeti. That's what I call them, the imposter Yetis. And really go through those. And, because I see those taking up so much real estate in kitchens. I mean,
especially the big
full.
Stanley cups. Remember when you and I both got them as gifts and we were like, our arms were getting sore? We're like, what in the world?
I know. I gave mine away because it was so heavy. It was the one with the handle.
Yeah,
and I'm
I have mine, but I get so much grief from my husband if I bring it with us. Like, let's say we're going to go run errands. I'm like, oh, let me get my water. And he's like, you're taking up the whole center console with that thing.
Right. They are the bane of my existence, and I'm not against drinking water or staying hydrated. It has nothing to do with that. It's the amount people have. They have so many of them. So that's my tip for this week.
That's a good one, everybody. So remember, when it comes to, we'll just use that as our closing. Remember, you can join us on our Ladies Only group on Facebook, Ladies Only Uncluttered and Unfiltered. Just search it in your browser. Please tell one friend about us. And as far as all of those ways that you can drink it hot or drink it cold, you can let those go.
And don't look back.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. That's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.